Assalamualaikum. My name is Aina Yasmin binti HAMDAN, and now I will going to say about CAA level 2. Topic for CAA level 2 is solar tracking system. The objective for this solar tracking system is to develop a system that constantly generates electric to ensure this project obtains sufficiently strong it inside the battery of BINTI application. Next, the project also capable to increase the rate of electricity from the renewable source and reduce the time to generate electricity. Lastly, a solar tracker is placed to track the movement of the sun. It derives to locate the photovoltaic panel at the best angle to sunrise the exposed. Scope for this project will be focused to all the users in the night and also in the morning. The main component used in this circuit is DC motor and also LDR sensor. To provide the more economic and not wasting the electricity is the one of the scope in this project. Commercial purpose for solar tracking system is: first, increase solar panel output. Next, maximum efficiency of the panel. Also, maximize the power per unit area. Lastly, able to grab the energy through the day. Introduction for this experiment is: solar power is an alternative technology which can replace the depend on petroleum energy source. In tropical regions such as Malaysia, the sunshine is always directly overhead and it essentially do not vary by season. This offers will advantage to use solar power to be compared with the country with variety season. On the other hand, the photovoltaic system is concerns directly the sun radius into useful electrical energy, which can be used as a most electric suitable way to convert the energy from the sun into electricity. The expecting lifetime for the system is about 10 until 15 years. The amount of power produced by a photovoltaic panel depends on the amount of the sun exposed to the photovoltaic panel. Unable to aim directly to the sun since the constant rotation of Earth. So we cannot control the rotation of Earth. So what we can control is the solar panel sunrise we get. The materials we use in this experiment is: the component is DC motor, resistor, LDR sensor, power supply, breadboard, and also function generator. And we also use a Tinkercad for this experiment. The method we use in this experiment is: first, we do a schematic for this experiment, like what we going to do, and also we also do a flowchart, like we have to follow our result, and if doesn't have a result we want, we will do again and again. And lastly, we do a schematic diagram like a real in a Tinkercad. The result when sunrise we get is, if light falling into device is of the high enough frequency, photons absorb the semiconductor given bound electron enough energy to jump into the conduction band. The resulting free electron and its Hall partner conduce electricity, thereby lowering resistance. Range light dependent resistor is very useful in light sensor circuit. Also, LDR is a very high resistance. Sometimes, a sensor is a device that measures a physical quantity and convert it into a signal which can be read by observing by an instrument. And we can see now is a picture of the Tinkercad we use, and the result we get in the sunrise is negative 5.15 millivolt. And for the night, we get zero value because this is the slow in the night and dark environment. It moving but is so slow and is so different if to compare when in the morning. The value in the multimeter also do not have value because it was dark, and night also doesn't have a light, and the motor will not so very strong movement because doesn't have anything to achieve. So we can see this is LDR operation. The LDR sensor is used to detect the position of the sun. The sensor will be send a signal to a DC motor, and the motor will be geared up into the DC LDR movement under shadow. This is the result of the LDR operation. The LDR operation, when his light, the resistance will be low, the voltage input will be high, and also the voltage output will be low. That was a result we get in the light. And result we get in the dark is resistance will be high, voltage input will be low, and voltage output will be high. We can see this is what LDR operate this experiment and the function of the LDR sensor in this experiment. And also we can get we can also have a movement, and also we can see the schematic is nothing in the dark and have a value in the morning. So the conclusion for this experiment is, in this experiment, this project provide the best and useful way to solve use problem. It will be very useful to people based on a smart hybrid power supply, where is a alternative technology that will prevent the relay on petroleum energy source. This system design that used in the project to bring a lot of benefit and able to apply in the other application, and also able to give knowledge and more experience to all people where in the electronic field or public. And the aim I get for this experiment is successful because we can know here is the result in the Tinkercad is what I want to get. And also conclusion is the sun tracking solar panel application. Also, this panel can be used to power the traffic light and street light. We can get many useful in this application. This can be used in home to power the appliance using solar power. This can be used in the industry, and as more energy can be saved and by rotating the panel. Lastly, that also have a limit of the sun tracking, but the solar energy can be analyzed to maximum extent. This may create problem in rainy season because when raining, we doesn't have a light, so that is problem for this application. Through solar energy can be saved battery. They have occupied more space and required to change time in time. They also a bit expensive, but it work because it can use in a long term. Why not we use this solar panel, and can be the power electric can be reduced, and we doesn't have to do petroleum is so low now. Okay, thank you for me.